Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. If you are coming back, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you. My name is Cassie, and on this channel, we talk all things of healing, self-love, and self-care, and of course, becoming your dream woman. And on today's episode, we are going to talk about if your energy is getting drained after hanging out with certain people, that you may be around an energy vampire. So, yes, have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling exhausted, heavy, or even emotionally off, even though nothing bad really happened? That feeling is actually important information for you. A lot of people ignore it and explain it away or tell themselves that they're being too sensitive. The truth is, there are people in the world who drain your energy, not always intentionally, but consistently. You're empathetic, emotionally aware, or even in a healing season, you feel it even more. Let's talk about energy vampires, how to recognize, and why being around certain people leaves you feeling depleted. So the first thing is, what is an energy vampire exactly? Well, an energy vampire is someone who unconsciously or intentionally pulls emotional, mental, or nervous system energy from others because they don't know how to regulate themselves. They rely on your attention, your empathy, your emotional reactions, and your nervous system. And over time, that imbalance actually costs you. Number two is you feel drained after every interaction. One of the clearest signs is how you feel after you're around them. You may notice sudden fatigue, brain fog, emotional heaviness, irritability, or shutdown. Even short conversations feel like too much at times. That's because they are offloading their emotional weight onto you, and your body is actually absorbing it. Healthy relationships leave you feeling grounded or neutral, and then draining ones leave you feeling depleted. Relationship actually feels one-sided as well. So energy vampires tend to talk more than they listen. They center themselves in every conversation, and they show little curiosity about your inner world. So you're always holding space, reassuring, supporting, and understanding for others while your needs go unmet. That imbalance slowly drains your life force. Also feel responsible for their feelings. If you often leave interactions thinking, I hope they're okay. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, I don't want to upset them. That's a sign that you are carrying the emotional responsibility that doesn't belong to you. Many energy vampires learned early on that someone else would regulate them, and now they unconsciously seek that in adulthood. If you were raised to people please, this dynamic can feel familiar, even if it is harmful. And then they also thrive on drama, crisis, and chaos. So pay attention to the people who always seem to have a problem, a conflict, or even a crisis. Yes, because your nervous system actually wants peace, and their nervous system is addicted to survival mode. When those two systems interact, you leave drained while they feel better. And here's something that a lot of people don't realize. Yes, they don't care if your energy is good or bad. They can drain energy from your compassion and kindness, your excitement and joy, your empathy and understanding, and even your anger, frustration, and tears. Energy is energy, and they don't care how they get it. When you give endlessly or you react emotionally, they feel so full and you feel empty. So, why do some people try to trigger you on purpose? Well, the energy vampires don't passively, they actually provoke you intentionally. They may make backhanded comments, push sensitive topics, use jokes that actually feel disrespectful, gaslight or minimize your feelings. And they aren't looking for understanding, they're actually looking for your reaction. Once you react emotionally, they get what they came for, and that is your energy. This is one of the most harmful parts. After provoking you, they may stay calm while you're emotional. They say things like, oh, you're overreacting. They may act confused about why you're even upset. And, or they may also tell others of how dramatic or unstable you are. So now they took your emotional energy, you're feeling dysregulated, and you're made to look crazy for reacting to being poked. So this isn't communication, this is manipulation. If you grew up having to defend your emotions, this can deeply confuse your sense of reality. Emotionally aware people tend to self-reflect quickly. They take responsibility for their actions. They want peace over conflict. And, well, the energy vampires, they rely on that. They rely on you questioning yourselves instead of questioning their behavior. But hear this. A calm tone does not mean good intentions. An emotional reaction does not mean you're wrong. Context matters. So, your body often reacts first. You might feel tightness in your chest, shallow breathing, you experiencing headaches, sudden exhaustion. These are all a way that your nervous system is saying, hey, this doesn't feel safe. And your body doesn't lie. So you don't need to confront everyone. You don't need to explain yourself away, but you need to start with limiting your access, shortening your conversations, not over explaining yourself, staying emotionally neutral, choosing peace over obligation. And when you choose to stop reacting, the dynamic collapses. So, not everyone who drains you is doing it consciously. Many people are unhealed, but unhealed people can still cause you harm. Protecting your energy doesn't make you selfish, it actually makes you healthy. And as you grow, some people will lose access to you, not because you're wrong, but because you are no longer abandoning yourself. So, as long as you're not abandoning yourself, you are not a good supply for them. So, I hope this was helpful, and just be aware that when you're around people and you come back home and you just feel like, wow, I need to sleep, but you don't really understand why you are feeling so tired, or you're constantly having brain fog and things like that. Those are all things to be aware of, and then you need to consciously make the changes that you need to in order to protect yourself. So I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.